What's going on, everybody? So, Happy New Year, January 1st, 2022. I wanted to do a video yesterday as a sort of like a recap of 2021, but I kind of had some stuff going on and it just got too late. And I was like, we'll wait until tomorrow, being today, to do this video. So, what I want to talk about is the story behind this channel. Because as I look back on 2021, there's a lot of different things I can look back in my personal life, in my business, but those things have been going on for a while. You know, my business is 3+ years old, and then my personal life's been going on for 43 years. So, but what makes 2021 unique is this channel right here, and the beginning of it. So I thought it'd be cool to go into the story behind it. I've done a video already sort of about this, but I want to give a kind of a broader picture. Plus, I've got so many new subscribers over the last couple months, so there's a lot of people out there that enjoy these videos that probably don't know the story behind it. So in order for me to really tell this story, it actually starts early last year. And it starts with my business podcast. Now, my business, for those of you that don't know, my business is called Shelby Rowe Productions, and it's a podcast production company where I build podcasts and produce and develop and publish and manage podcasts for businesses. And I've been doing this since 2018. Then started an LLC in 2019, mid 2019. Started building a team, building an actual business, so on and so forth. And it's growing, and it's still growing. Each year's more than the last. So, as you do when running a business, you're trying to up your game and try to think of things that you can do as a business to make it better and create goals. So coming into 2021, my goal was for me and my team to start our own podcast. And the reason is, if I'm a podcast production company, I should probably know what it's like to actually host and have my own podcast. I will learn a different angle, a different perspective of podcasting, and it makes us a content generating business rather than only a content managing business, where we manage other people's content and podcasts and everything. We still do that, but now we create our own, which would teach us not only, again, for me to host a podcast and outline and do interviews and just everything on that side of it, but also teach us more about how to promote on social media and actually build a quality Instagram page. So there's a lot of reasons behind me starting this podcast, PodLogix. So the first episode launched in February. The first 4 episodes were audio only. But I knew eventually I needed to make these video based as well, so we could put it on our YouTube channel, because we wanted to build a YouTube channel for the business as well, which is Shelby Rowe. You can go look for that. It's still my headshot for the icon, only like a business photo, and then the channel is called Shelby Rowe. You can check it out if you want. And the Instagram page is SRP Podcasting. So going into it, though, it was a weird psychological leap for me because of getting in front of a microphone, getting in front of a camera, and then overall just my imposter syndrome, self-doubt, like who am I to have my own podcast? But here I am, a professional producer, and terrified to do my own podcast. So that was the other thing. That was the other layer to why it was important for me to dive into that, to plow through that psychological wall. So eventually I got a better webcam, and it was time to do videos for my business, for my podcast at first. And it was clunky and it was weird, and I didn't like it. But I started getting more and more used to it because I started doing interviews for PodLogix. And that made it easier because now I'm talking to someone. It's not just me looking into a camera like this. And then I started getting a little more comfortable in making unique videos specifically for just the business, where it was just me talking for 5 minutes on the top 3 ways to prepare for an interview, stuff like that. Because PodLogix is very informational. It's not a podcast where you're getting people's stories that I'm interviewing, or my story, or a channel like this where I'm just talking about whatever. It's very specific about podcasting and helping other podcasters and producers with their podcast. So I started getting more comfortable, and it was nice. I grew up, I matured again. Another little piece of me matured because now I was building more confidence in myself via doing this content in front of a camera, which is something that I've never been that guy to put a video on Facebook with me just saying, hey guys, and talking about something, or putting it in my Instagram story. I've never been one to put myself out there like that. So around late July of 2021, in the back of my mind, I started thinking about maybe having fun and doing my own channel, because now I was starting to get that itch to want to talk, but talk about stuff that's not business related. I mean, it flipped in a matter of 5 months, or 6 months. Yeah, 5 months, where I went from being shy and terrified of the camera to now wanting to be on it more and doing more content outside of the business. So I got to thinking, and I was like, well, I have technically a channel. If you have a Google account, you technically have a channel. It's all connected. So I already had a Google account for my Google Drive and Docs and spreadsheets and everything I use for business and all that stuff. So that automatically meant I had a channel called Derek Mishu, my name. It was just an empty template. It had no subscribers, no videos, not even a profile picture. It was just completely just skeletal. It was just there. So I'm like, well, I already have that. Now, let me pause there and reset. Years ago, and I still have a channel called DM Music, and I was attempting to do a bass guitar tutorial kind of video, and it's still out there. I haven't touched it in years. So you might think, well, Derek, why are you talking about this? But yet you started a channel a number of years ago. I didn't do any talking in that video. I think there was one video where I tried talking about the bass, and it was just super uncomfortable. So I would say 99% of the videos is just me playing the guitar. I'm not even looking at the camera. And it was cool, but I wasn't getting any traction, and it was a lot of work building those. So, but if you want to check that channel out, it's DM Music. Maybe I'll resurrect it someday. But when thinking of this channel, it was in terms of starting a channel that I'd be talking and putting myself out there, and in whatever way, talking about whatever. So I really started thinking about it. And then going into August, I had this idea. I was like, I want to start a channel now, but I could possibly, take advantage, not in a negative way, but capitalize on the fact that my mom has a channel. So now let me give you all some context. I know all of you know my mom. All of you have come to me through my mom, and we're going to get to that. But anyone that doesn't know, my mother's name is Darlene Mishu. She's had a channel for years, several years, has a huge following, big audience, and has put out vlog style videos, but also videos about her quilting and crafts and just all kinds of different things. And she has definitely talked about me a lot in her videos because I was a touring musician for a while. And then you all know my daughter very well because my mother and daughter have done tons of videos together since my Scholar was a child. She's 13 now, but she's been doing videos with my mother since she was 5. I don't know, So knowing that, I felt like I kind of already had an audience that I could dive into. You know, I had this unique opportunity to get a little bit of traction on the front end without just starting a channel blindly and knowing no one, which makes it difficult for the creator. It's difficult when you put time into a video and you get 8 views, and a year later you still only have like 30 subscribers. It's tough, you know. You do it because you want an audience, and you also do it because you can potentially earn money on YouTube. Let's make no mistake, that's part of this too. When I decided I wanted to start a channel, it was definitely with the thought of, okay, well then I could also make money at this potentially. So that was definitely a driving factor too. Make no mistake about that. I'll never deny that. Part of this is to make some money as well. So I come up with this idea. I'm like, I'm going to talk to my mom and bring this up to her and throw this out to her to see if this is something she'd like to do. The idea I had was for my mother to put a video on her channel explaining to her audience that I want to start a channel, but the stipulation is, the challenge, if you will, is I'll only start a channel if I have 1,000 subscribers. Now, the reason why I chose that number is that's one of the milestones that you need to hit in order to monetize your channel. It's not the only one, but it's half of the battle, if you will. To get a channel monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Obviously, I can't get watch hours until I put content up. I knew that wasn't gonna happen over time. That was gonna happen over time. But I thought maybe, just maybe, my mom's audience would be interested and I would get my 1,000 subscribers quickly, relatively speaking, which would then motivate me to really want to dive into this. So my mom thought that was awesome idea and fun and something to just kind of add some excitement, but also for her personally. She's been begging me to do a channel for a long time. Not begging me, that's an exaggeration, but she's mentioned over the years, you should start your own channel. You should start your own channel. I was like, no way. And if you think about her channel over history, I'm on very few videos and I certainly don't talk. There's been a couple videos where it's my mom and Skylar and me, but I don't really talk, you know, and I was definitely, if it wasn't visible, I was absolutely uncomfortable doing it because I didn't want to be in front of the camera. So I was always like, no, I don't want to start my own channel. You know, I don't want to put myself out there like that. So now my mom's excited because like, oh my God, you want to start a channel? And she knew I was like for real, because yes, by this time, you know, I've done podcasts and I've had this business YouTube channel for Shelby Rowe, and you know, I'm just more mature and more confident myself, and the time was right. And she knew that I really was going to try this. So that conversation happened on August 3rd. So that's the day I got my first subscriber. That was my mom. She subscribed to me that day. So the channel really started on August 3rd, if we're going to count that one subscriber from mom. The next day, August 4th, my mom publishes this video talking about our idea, about me starting a video but wanting 1,000 subscribers. By the end of that day, August 4th, I had 804 subscribers. So that was a fun day for me and my mom. I mean, we were texting back and forth like, oh my God, look at all these subscribers. Mind you, 0 videos. 0 videos. My channel consisted of a profile picture and a banner picture. That's it. 0 content. Now, we're so happy and excited about this because we realize it's going to work. And I made the decision, even though it's 804 subscribers, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. You know, I'm not going to say, sorry guys, I only got 900 subscribers, I'm not starting this channel. I decided at this point, I'm going to do this, but let's see where this goes first. Let's give it another day. Sure enough, by the end of, or by midday, August 5th, or at some point, I can't remember the exact times. I can't look at the analytics at time of day. There might be a way, but I don't know how to. But by the end of the 5th, I had over 1,600 views. 1,600 subscribers. So in 2 days, I blew past the milestone of 1,000 subscribers. You guys just came out and just engaged in that, and it was so much fun for my mother and I to watch. It was just like every hour we were texting each other, wow, you just got a new subscribers. Oh, you just broke 100. You just broke 200. Oh my god, we're over 500. You broke 1,000, you know. And then it just kept going. So that was cool. So then on the 5th, later that evening, because by this time I already knew we would surpass 1,000, I published my first video, and it was simply just titled "Thank You." You can still go find it, and it's still to this day getting some comments. Out of randomly, I'll just get another comment on it, which means it's just been recommended to someone or whatever, you know. As I get new subscribers coming in, they might be going through my playlist and just digging up old videos to watch things. So that first video got over 7,300 views. So let's put this in perspective. You know, there's people out there that have channels for years and get up, you know, a couple hundred subscribers, and their videos average 50 views, you know, and a lot of them hang in there and they still push the content out because they really just have fun doing it and they're creative people. But it takes a long time. I mean, there's so many people that have channels that are of that size, and then some just hit it right and they get bigger and so on and so forth. But put this in perspective and how special this experience is in 2 days I had 1,600 subscribers with 0 videos, and then my first video gets over 7,300 views. That doesn't happen without you guys as you are watching this right now. It doesn't happen without my mom and doing this for me, and her audience migrating to come see me. So thank you for that. There's no way that happens, you know, out of the blue, someone starting a channel and getting 1,600 subscribers with no videos. That doesn't happen. But it happened here because of you guys and my mom and you guys migrating over. So that was super cool. So off and running, and just have been trying different things. So one of the other stats I have here is in last year, from August 5th through the end of the year last year, I did 53 videos. So that's August, September, October, November, December. So it's 53 videos in just under 5 months, which is really good. That's, you know, an average of 10 a month. So how to divide that by 4, you know, 2.5 a week, you know. And obviously I don't do half videos, but you know what I'm saying. And try different ideas. Mind you, now I'm coming into this more confident than ever as far as, again, the backstory and being comfortable in front of a camera. But now this is still brand new to me because now I'm putting myself out there on a personal level. What am I going to talk about? So it was kind of easy on the front end because it was a sort of get to know me, telling stories about my music past and then just random stories of being on the road. And then I kind of broke into put myself out there a little more by talking about anxiety, depression, stress, self-doubt, and how I relate to it. So that was a way for me to put it out there a little more, but as a way to try to help and relate to people that suffer with that stuff too. So then there was so I would say there was like a self-help vibe to the channel now. And then I tried more of a vlogging type thing. You might remember that there was a stretch where I was doing a video every morning and you know, working out of my journal. Again, it was just an idea. It was just something I was going to try. But as what ends up happening when you're doing a channel is like you can easily just fall out of series or ideas. This is why I don't try to make hard promises. I've tried to be like, this is what I'm trying right now, but no promises, no guarantees that this is going to go on forever, because there's nothing more embarrassing, and it happens all the time with YouTubers, is I got a new series out and it's going to be this, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be every Monday, and they just really just make it specific, and then 3 weeks in realize it's something they don't want to do anymore, or it's harder than they thought to keep that schedule, or whatever reasons fall in where now they stop doing it. And it's a bummer, because as the subscriber, as a viewer, when I watch channels that do that, in a way you can hurt your credibility a little bit. It's like at some point, if you keep announcing things that you're going to do to your audience and you never finish them, then there can be a loss of trust in there, but it's just, so that's why I'm very careful about, I don't do challenges. I'm not going to come on here and say, I'm going to do a 100 video challenge, 100 videos in 100 days. You'll never hear me say that, because by day 10, I'm not going to be in the mood to do a video. And I'm going to say, dude, don't worry about it. Don't do a damn video. It's your life. It's okay. And then now the challenge is ruined, and then you feel guilty and all that stuff. So that's why I've tried different things and kind of fallen away from it, and this, that, and the other thing. But the overall theme, I think, still right now is my channel is a combination of me just doing videos like this or telling stories about my past, but also I'm always going to talk about alcoholism, depression, anxiety, stress. It's always going to be in here because it's part of my life, and I always want to talk about those more as a way to relate and hopefully help other people. Some of the recent videos was about holidays and how it can be a bummer. They can be stressful. They can be depressing. They can be lonely. You could be straight up not interested, so, and those got great views and good engagement because there's people out there that can relate to that. They know that holidays is not always awesome and fun. So those are the things that I like talking about. So, before I move on to kind of what I feel like I want to do this year, again, no promises, but let's talk about more overall stats for 2021. And these are just kind of rounded. So lifetime for 2021, again, just under 5 months of the channel operating, 200,000 views, 25,000 hours, watch hours, 4,800 subscribers, just above that a little bit, and 53 videos. What I forgot to mention is getting monetized. So we hit the 1,000 subscribers. Now it's to build the watch hours to 4,000 hours to then become monetized. And I wanted to look up that stat, but I forgot to. So I don't know the exact day, but I remember it was 20 to 21 days in, and I can't remember how many videos. I forgot to look that up, but pretty much by the end of August, I was monetized. Isn't that crazy? Again, because of all you guys, because of all of you and my mom and all this stuff. It's absolutely, I don't know how many people have that opportunity to have a monetized channel in 25 days, let's say. Let's just throw it out there. And I would think at that point it was maybe 20 videos. Come on, that's special and awesome. So I can't thank you guys enough. So 2022, I want to do everything I'm still doing. I want to try to incorporate interviews to interview other people that suffer and deal with anxiety, depression, alcoholism, drug addiction. There's Facebook groups out there that are specific for trying to find guests for podcasts, or people are saying, hey, I'd love to be a guest in your podcast. This is what I am about. And that person might be an expert in marketing. Well, then all the market podcasts out there that are in that group might want to talk to that person, so they connect. And I was in one for a while and looked around, and there was definitely a lot of people in there that were saying, hey, I'd love to be a guest on any podcast that discusses mental illness or mental health, alcoholism. So I want to try it. Again, no guarantees, but I want to try it because I enjoy interviewing people's stories. I interview a lot of people in my podcast, Podlogics, but it's a different kind of interviewing. It's about the best ways to produce a podcast, and it's information, and niche, but when I get to interview someone about their story, I find a lot of satisfaction in that, and I feel like that's sort of my wheelhouse as far as interviews go. So why not tie that in with this channel and with the theme of mental health and addictions? The thing is, though, that's a different kind of engagement. It's a longer form. These videos are probably going to be more like 45 minutes long. And it's less about me. So anyone that watches this channel because they just want to listen to me talk, as weird as that sounds coming out of my mouth, that people would actually want to watch this just to listen to me, what happens is you're going to get less of me. You're going to get more of whoever I'm interviewing. And it might be not as interesting to some. It might be very interesting to others, but it can definitely have a different vibe, and can change engagement. So we'll see. We'll try that out. And I want to start doing, a little. I don't want to say better videos, but videos where it's not just me sitting here and talking to you like this. This is absolutely going to never change. This isn't going away. But in addition to maybe do some videos that will involve editing, where I'm taking you somewhere. If I'm going to Nashville and trying to do a video that's going to kind of span a day or two, no major production, again, making no promises here, but these are ideas that I'd like to do to kind of up the game and do some higher level videos in a way, because I am monetized and there is money earned now. So as I always do, I treat things like a business. So the more I make on this channel, the more I'm willing to invest in bringing in my team from Shelby Road Productions into this world and doing some editing for me or some higher level production, which would then hopefully bring in more views, which will bring in more ad revenue, which would then make it so I can get bigger and better. That's kind of how I see it. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue to just get on here and talk about whatever I want to talk about. That's it. This is kind of a longer video here, but I just thought it'd be cool to look back on 2021 in regard to this channel, because that's what made 2021 unique and special. In addition to all the other stuff I got going on, good or bad. That's the year I put myself out there and opened up and started this channel, and it's now this channel has helped me in ways. Now I have more confidence in myself, regardless of being a content creator. Just in general, this can give you more confidence as a person to just sit here and talk into a camera about life. So awesome. Look, I hope you all had a good new year. I know 2021 was still a challenging year because of COVID and all this stuff, all this craziness. I'm excited to break into a new year. Like I said before, I'm not a holiday person, but I love milestones and I love right angles and round numbers, and I'm kind of OCD in that way. So when we flip into a new year, I do enjoy that. It's like, the holidays are over. My birthday's tomorrow. My birthday's the 2nd. I couldn't care about that, but I've always looked at January 1st and 2nd as a way to celebrate the holidays being over. But it's also new beginnings. I don't get crazy with New Year's resolutions, but it is a way to flip over, and it's just like, okay, that year's over. I went into 2021 with these goals and aspirations and stuff, but I failed at this. I succeeded at that. All right, new year. Let's try this again. So let's make 2022 awesome. If I can do 53 videos in 5 months, let's try to do 100 this year. Soft goal there. But all in all, it's going to be a fun year. I can feel it. So thank you for engaging like you do and watching my videos like you do. Thank you, Mom, for making this all happen by just making one announcement to your awesome audience and helping me, learn how to operate YouTube and look at analytics and all that stuff too. But thanks, guys. Have a great New Year's Day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.